This is Matt Stell, and I'm Chasin Birdies.
Hey guys, welcome back. Another episode of Chasin Birdies, and hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Bubs?
No, nothing much, man. Just back for another episode with Matt Stell.
Good one. This is a great one.
This is a great one, and country music artist, songwriter, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Tall Man.
Hey, bud, you look pretty short next to him, but...
I mean, I look short next to anybody, but I don't care. So it's definitely a good episode that we had got to do down there in Nashville. I don't know if that makes sense, but we did it.
It's like you're from Nashville, bud.
We did it. The 615.
So today's episode is really cool. Again, we kind of go over the game of golf with him, his passion for it, where it started, his college basketball career.
Mm-hmm. Little Bluejack National talk.
Yeah, there's a lot in this conversation. And again, it was in person, really fun. So why don't we roll it on over to...
Wait a second.
Okay.
You want to talk about the show today? Who's bringing it?
Yes. Today's episode is brought to you by Links Brewing.
Bingo.
Out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Guys, we just partnered with this brewery out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Their passion for the game of golf has led them into the beer. Our passion for the game of golf has led us into the podcast world, I guess you can say. But go check them out at linksbrewing.com and stay posted because there's something really, really cool coming. My favorite beer is the ale.
Oh, my God.
So crack one of those open, chip it, and sip it, boys and ladies.
I love it. Y'all enjoy this episode. As you all know by now, Chasin Birdies is proud to be partners with Holderness and Bourne. Check them out online at hbgolf.com. Holderness and Bourne makes fabulous pieces that help you look good on the course, even if your game is not up to par. Check out their new arrivals now for this golf season. Also, head on over to chasinbirdies.com to get some custom Chasin Birdie gear from Holderness and Bourne. We'll continue to drop these pieces through every season. That's chasinbirdies.com and Holderness and Bourne at hbgolf.com. Guys, thanks for joining us here on Chasin Birdies. Ryan Bashire here, Jonathan Pepe, and our guest, Matt Stell. My man.
What's up, fellas?
In person.
Yeah.
In person.
Another one.
In the flesh.
Yeah. And he is as tall as Colt said.
That's the damn truth, man. And yeah.
Which is good for you.
It is. But we're coming live here. We're not live, but we are live right now in Nashville at the Thompson Hotel.
Yeah.
And
so what's shaking, man?
Man, just got back in town from playing a bunch of music all over everywhere. We were up in the Northwest and like Seattle, Tacoma, and kind of the state line of like Spokane, whatever, whichever way you're supposed to say it. Up there and then down to Texas and play a little golf in between there. And that's generally what my weeks look like my better weeks as I go play some music and fit in some tee times in there and try to gamble with my buddies.
So is the golf bag oversized lengthwise or what?
I mean, well, the bag itself, no, but
the bag standard, the clubs are 8 inches over it.
That's right. Yeah, all my irons and stuff are like longer, and I think my putter is supposed to be like a wrist anchor putter, but I don't use it that way. I
just freelance it.
Yeah,
right?
like kind of counterweight it a little bit. But my driver, I keep it the same length because it's like I don't need it to be any farther from that damn ball.
Right.
So.
Let's talk about. Obviously, you're a very tall man. College basketball. Not a lot of people know that you played college basketball.
Yeah, man, I hooped a little bit, and it was that was like the biggest part of my life until I picked up a guitar in college. I mean, I grew up wanting to be a basketball player and wanting to play at the highest level possible, and I found out how high that level was, which was not what I thought when I was a kid. I played against some like this is kind of a tangent, but I played against some people in some pro-am leagues, like some NBA players, all-stars, and I was like, oh, this is a different thing. So I enjoyed my time hooping, and yeah, just kind of transitioned to music after that.
Yeah, music came late for you.
It did, man. I picked it up. So, like, basketball's a winter sport, so you're on campus the entire winter break. And coach was like, one year, coach was pissed at us, and we got like 30 hours off for Christmas. Like, we got Christmas Eve day, and I had practice Ignited Christmas, and so. But anyway, I just said it to say you're on campus the whole time, so it's like you're gonna sit there and play Tiger Woods with your teammates. Yeah, we did that a bunch. That was fun. But it just gets old. And my mom had got me a guitar when I was like 12, and it's like I didn't do anything with it. Just didn't play it that morning, like put it in a closet that night. And I was like, hey, Mom, would you mind bringing that guitar up to school next time you come to a home game? And I just sat in front of my computer screen and learned how to play all the songs you play on acoustic guitar, and then started trying to write songs. And that was just kind of that was sort of how I got started. So
was there somebody that you really looked up to in the music world that got you moving forward? Or
I mean, yeah, there was like, all the classic people, the Whalens and the Merles, and then, the kind of like 90s alternative stuff, the Oasis and the Hootie and the Blowfish type of things, like stuff that comes easy on an acoustic guitar. But I found out, I started like listening to a bunch of like what now I know is like Texas red dirt country music, and it had this independent streak, and it was like aggressive, and it was talking about drinking and heartbreak, and that was more interesting to me than some of the stuff on the radio at the time, just because of where I was in life, you know. And so I latched on to those guys. I latched on to like Randy Rogers and Stoney LaRue and those kinds of people, and then also then I found Jason Isbell and the Drive-By Truckers, and that they had a huge impact on me wanting to write songs, because I was like, up until that point, people talk about great songwriters, and it's like Bob Dylan, and it's like I was just embarrassed, like I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I don't get it. I little bit now maybe, but at the time, then I heard people like Isbell and the Truckers writing songs at a very literate, like deep, nuanced level, but they were painting with colors that I knew. They're singing songs about, 302 Mustangs and things like that, whiskey and running moonshine or whatever, it may be, to try to get a larger point out. And so then that's when I was like, wow, okay, I get songs. I'm a song guy. I love songs. And I fell in love with songs that I feel like everybody loves some kind of music, but there's probably a smaller cohort that really loves songs, and I just count myself as one of those. Yeah.
So when the college career was over, were you officially, okay, I'm done with basketball, let's go get music? And
yeah. I couldn't get that ball out of my hand quick enough, man. I was so done.
You're burnt out, right?
I was burnt out.
That's the tough thing about college sports that people don't realize. You get burned out after 4 years of doing the same thing, and you're not. It's not partying, and you're not going on spring break. It's sucks a little bit.
My man was accepted at Harvard.
the
Post-grad.
Yeah, I was going to say. Like, so Harvard, yes, I mean, Harvard has like an extension school. So I went to too much school probably for what I do now, but it's going to school and playing music go hand in hand, because they take up different parts of your day. And I had a good gig where I was a teaching assistant, so I got paid a little bit to go to school. And I'd not been playing that long, so I wasn't going to be like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm good enough to do this. So, but anyway, then after that, I moved to Nashville, and I thought about doing something else at some point, because things weren't popping off the way I wanted to. And I got accepted to like a Harvard's extension school has like a program for people with degrees that need shit to apply to med school, and I got accepted to that. I would have 1,000% failed out of that program. Like, I'm so glad I didn't go, because it sounds so much better to me. He was accepted instead of he failed out. Like, anytime someone says they failed out of something, just replace the word accepted, because they had to be accepted before they could fail out, and it's so much more of a positive spin. Yeah. So that's what would have happened.
So we'll live and die by that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Chasin Birdies right there. Man.
That's right.
You didn't even know it. I tell you though, Nashville though, what a spot you landed in, dude.
Nashville's the best, man. It's the only thing it misses is a beach, and it's not that far from there. It's a young city. It's fun. The food's great. The vibe is great. People move here to chase a dream, and those kind of people are the kind of people I like to be around. Yeah, man. You can't say enough about the city, although I should, you can look out the window, and it's like there's 20 cranes building buildings for people to move here, but whatever, man. Come on. More the merrier. Traffic sucks. Traffic sucks everywhere. Just come on here.
Come on over to Nashville, huh?
Yeah, we'll have fun. All my Nashville people are going to be pissed that I said that. But
well, hey, people, come to Nashville. I second that.
Matt Stell says so.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
T-shirt right there.
Yeah, I'm a tourism board.
Yeah.
Come to Nashville, get drunk on Broadway, and listen to country songs and play cool golf. We got a lot of cool golf around here, too.
Oh, there's some dynamite golf, which we're going to get into. So the country music, like you said, it didn't come right away for you, right? Mm-hmm. It was a lot of hard work. That's what people don't understand. It takes a lot of time for you to get to where you are right now in your career. Like, prayed for you. How long was that in the works? Is that something that you wrote it? Does it sit around for 2 years and then you're like, all right, I'm ready to go? How does that whole thing work?
That's a good question. I would put it in terms of, like, if you see someone who goes out on the Corn Ferry Tour and wins an event and gets an exemption to play in an event next week or something, or let's say, makes a Monday qualifier for something, right? Has one great day. That great day, I mean, writing a song and a round of golf takes about the same amount of time, but you can't judge that person that got through that Monday qualifier by the 5 hours they're on a golf course. It took however many years before
to get that.
And it's music similar, writing songs is because it's a craft, right? So I put in and it doesn't seem like work because I love it, but I put in the time before that, and then that day I showed up and I had the tools to help contribute to making a good idea, a song, and that song, changed my life the way that like a tour win or a Corn Ferry win or whatever, however you want to use that metaphor, changes people's lives.
Other than financially, when you say change your life, what do you mean? Yeah. Does that get you more gigs? Does that get you the attention of other songwriters?
Literally everything. I didn't have a record deal when that song came out. I had a publishing deal. I signed a publishing deal 2 months before I was about to leave town to go do that post-back program. And I got the opportunity to write songs. I called the advisor up there. I was like, hey, look, I'm going to have to defer this, whatever. I might come next year, but I got to stick around here in Nashville and make this work. Signed a publishing deal, wrote for, whatever, wrote every day for however many months like I was already doing. But then we put out an EP. My publishing company put out an EP on me. It was Prayed for You and a few other songs. And when that went out to the world, people started listening to Pray for You. It really started streaming its ass off. And then I had a lot of support. My management company, which is the same as my publishing company, we shot a music video, got eyes on it, and it just blew up. And that got me way busier. It got me a record deal. It got me on country radio, and it turned into a #1 song for a couple weeks. And then that got me, another single at radio, to follow up that we got to celebrate #1 on. So it completely opened every door that you could open.
So you talk about writing songs. I don't think people realize out there that you basically will take days to just write songs
every day. Yeah.
So my question to you is, how many songs do you have just sitting there that you feel like could...
Probably got a Rolodex.
I know that he probably has thousands of songs, but how many songs out of those 5,000 that you're like, all right, that's it?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. Like, I feel like I've been in it long enough so that, like, my bad songs aren't as bad. Again, with a golf metaphor, a bad shot for whatever. A touring pro is like, 10 yards offline, whereas my bad shots now is like, 2 fairways over, whatever.
Yeah.
But so, my misses are closer to the fairway now. I don't write as many just dumpster fires like I used to. But the thing about this town is like there's so many talented people that there's so many songs that are like 6.5 to 8.5 out of 10. And you're just kind of showing up every day to get, however many you put in to get that, right. segment of, that right side of that bell curve of good songs. So
that's interesting though.
I think songwriting is extremely interesting. I love I play guitar. I'm not that great, but I like to write lyrics. I just like to write lyrics. And I talked about those with Josh Miranda up at Nemaquan. I was like, dude, don't be surprised if you get a text from me with just lyrics, because in the country scene, I feel like, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but when you write a hit, when you're writing a song and it becomes a hit, That's where the money's at. I mean, granted, as a performer, you're on another level, but there is a whole career you can make just out of songwriting.
Oh,
I mean, you got to be good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that is true. If you're writing, and that's why I moved to town. I mean, I thought I was going to write songs like "Prayed for You" for other big artists, and then I was going to make my little indie records and do my thing, and it didn't work out that way. But yeah, that's what I moved to town to do. Songwriting now, I think any songwriter would tell you that does it for a living, that the model is a little bit broken because the song is in my case the most important thing, and the songwriters aren't valued that way. And so there is money to be made writing songs if you're writing terrestrial radio singles, because that still pays at a rate that you can make a good living on. Yeah. But like if the three of us sat down and wrote a song, and let's say it went and streamed 100 million streams, you would be surprised at how paltry that check would be from the streaming. And so the regulations haven't caught up to the reality of the market, and it's always lagging, and people have vested interest for it to stay the way that it is. But because for an artist, it's a little bit different. I have different streams or whatever. But you can definitely make a living writing songs. You just got to make sure you write songs that land on the radio.
Well, bud, you've written one song in the last 2 weeks, so you're on track. That's good.
Yeah. Chasin Birdies.
I love it.
So before we get into golf talk, you got a song coming out. It's already came out.
It's out. Boyfriend season.
Yeah,
man. Making music. Yeah, dude, making music is like my favorite thing. Like making new music, from the writing to the, I have a hand in producing all my stuff, and yeah, making new music and releasing it to the world is my favorite. And yeah, we got some new stuff out. That song came out, I guess, last week or something like that. And
the picture looks good.
Yeah, gee whiz.
Yeah. Shout out to Juju Rossi for modeling that shirt for us. But I had about 5 ex-girlfriends think that song was about them. It's not about anyone. It's not about anyone knows that they've seen on TV.
It's just a song.
It's interesting to me because nobody thinks Arnold Schwarzenegger's the Terminator, right? But everybody thinks that like I'm the guy in every song, or that I'm writing it about a specific person. But I mean, that's just that's part of it, though. Music is very connected to who sings it.
Keep people tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure.
So you're out on tour. You're taking the clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And where in your mind is the most beautiful place you've played round of golf on tour? West Coast, East Coast, Florida? I know you're from Arkansas.
I am. I grew up in South Florida too, but yeah, I am from Arkansas. I think my favorite place to play, or my favorite course, is probably Bluejack down in Houston.
Oh, that thing's badass.
And it's great because it's hard because the greens are tough. You got all the comfort station, blah, blah, blah. But then the fairways, you could land jets on side by side, and I really benefit from a good wide fairway. I'm like an all right golfer if I can keep the ball and play off the tee box. So I love Bluejack for that reason.
Well, we gotta.
Go ahead, bud. No, I was just gonna tell him the story of Bluejack. We're at Bluejack like 2 years ago. We're playing golf, and we're set up in a house. So we're staying in this little cottage, and it's like nighttime, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm just going through the fridge. I'm trying to find something, So I open up the freezer, and there's just bottles of like frozen breast milk, and it's marked. It's like breast milk, blah blah blah. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, these people are freezing. So I don't know who it was. I'm not saying I know who it was, but that was the most memorable experience I've had at Bluejack. Course is great. The comfort
breast
station,
milk got you going, huh?
The breast milk, I'm like, what the hell? That's not what I was expecting to see.
So the comfort station on 12 with the jerky shack.
Yeah, I know it well.
Houston Texans are in the playoffs. We played 18 already. We go through, we're playing 9, and the game's on. So we're like, screw it. Let's just sit here and hang out, drink some beers, and watch a game. So they're the little guys making up salsa. And it's from the 3 hottest peppers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not tell him that it was the 3 hottest peppers in the world.
Oh, yeah.
So my man over here takes a scoop.
Oh.
Ghost pepper.
And this guy's like, no, don't eat it. And he put his tongue on it, and he's like, oh, my God.
Dude. I mean, it was like 30 minutes to just burn.
Oh.
Burn.
And my man wanted to take it like it was diced tomatoes.
Well, but, I mean.
You know what would have helped that?
That milk.
The breast milk. Yeah. Hey, can I just go back to that? Is like when it's marked, do they like mark it left and right?
I was just going to ask that too.
Like the
Left
breast
tit,
milk?
right
Yeah,
tit.
exactly. Like
Pumped or squeezed.
that's right.
I don't know.
Home squeezed.
I'll tell you what though, if I had some cookies.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Some good
But he's
cookies
not.
and some ghost pepper. Hey, listen, man. Sometimes times get hard enough. You got to make do.
Oh man.
But Bluejack is dynamite. Just everything. The jackhammers, that frozen slushy, they're deadly.
Yeah.
Where else, man?
Man, I've gotten to play some really cool places. The fastest greens I've ever played with was Calusa Pines down in South Florida. That was insane. That was like putting in a bathtub. It was fun though. Where else? Colonial's cool. I played there quite a bit with a buddy of mine that.
home of Ben Hogan.
Yep. I played Hazeltine the other day. That was fun. Got to see all the trophies from 16
really
from the
cool.
Ryder Cup. Yeah. I played some cool places. I'm headed up to up towards Napa, Northern California here in I guess next week, and I'm going to try to make a good go of that up there in that region.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of good golf up there.
mm-hmm.
I mean, what would you say the strength of your game is?
Damn.
I mean, Colt Ford says that you're becoming a really good player.
Well, when I can keep it in play, I usually, my hands are pretty soft, so I can kind of.
Calm down, ladies. He's talking about golf. All right.
Am I? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of chip and get it close. I usually don't 3-putt that much, so I guess that short game could probably be the best part of it, and then
It's important.
yeah, it's and it's just like the days that I don't just absolutely indiscriminately murder hickory trees on legends here in town by my two-way miss. I have good days, so my handicap is varied. That's for sure.
Golf right now is in such a good spot, right? It is just growing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Again, that's why Chasin Birdies, we have you, hockey players, other country music stars, because golf is such a growing game for celebrities, and it's a nice release away from what your everyday life is. To you, what do you think the biggest misconception of golf is?
That it's relaxing. I get the maddest that I ever get, and it's only at myself when I'm playing golf. Like but I like that because I got to keep a lid on the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'm able to navigate that, but it's like at the end of the day, you got a club in your hand and a ball on the ground. How many whacks does it take to get you in the hole? There's a score. It's objective. I don't have to worry about, did someone like this shot better than the other, and that makes it better because music's very subjective, for better, for worse. Like, I love that about it, and I don't know, there's something that, getting my blood boiling like that, it's just like reminds me of competition and hooping and stuff like that. And so, I mean,
it's a little hot under the collar, huh?
Yeah, I have to I have to watch it. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody probably does. Some people are. I really don't run that hot typically, but when I get on a golf course and I'm like, I should be able to do this, especially when I first started, because I was like, I grew up playing sports. I mean, I would think I was fairly athletic, and then that not translating at all to golf and having to have this. Relearn a skill, and it's like the shit that you think that makes you that made me got me playing time, like going at it hard in basketball. That does not help you in golf at all.
No, it actually hurts you more.
It hurts you big time, and so it's just like those things, how to deal with adversity, kind of life lesson type of stuff, and
Yeah,
it's like you drop a golf ball and say, "Hey, you're gonna hit this little white ball. The hole's 425 yards away. You got to get it down to 4." People that don't play golf are going to tell you bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I've seen people get it really close to the green in one, and then have to go 20 yards to get in a hole and takes 5. And next thing you know, you got a double bogey. You've seen that?
Oh yeah, I mean that happens. That happens quite a bit to people. I am people.
I am people. My biggest problem, like on the golf course, is I get the music going, right? And then next thing you know, I'm sitting there, I'm worried about. Oh, sorry, Ma. My mom told me don't say the F word today. I start playing around with music, and then I'm like out of it, you know. And then some people text all around or answering emails.
Yeah.
And then some people are just playing on social media when they're playing. So the phone is the Achilles heel for a good round for me.
Bud.
No, man. I mean, you got to get in them DMs while the sun's shining.
Yeah.
You can't just not slide into DMs just because you're,
It's probably for my wife
chasing birdies,
telling me about how the kid took a shit or something. I mean, so. But for me on the golf course, my relaxation is cigars. So that's my go-to.
I'm so impressed by cigar people on the golf course because I cannot do it. Like, man, some of my buddies just look like a Pittsburgh steel factory back during the mid-century when the skies were black from soot. Like, that's what their golf cart looks like. And my shit is like, I can smoke like half of one for the weekend. I just don't. Mm-hmm. It turns me green, man. I just don't do it.
7:30. Not even at the range yet. My man's fired up a cigar.
He's just pubbing
coffee and a cigar.
Yeah.
And then you go to the restroom.
I mean,
take care of biz and on to the first tee.
That's fair.
So it's winter. You can't really play golf unless you go to Florida. You're not touring. You're writing music. But what else do you like to do as a hobby? Ski? You hunt?
I mean, I'll ski a little bit if there's a mountain handy, but I don't go out of my way really. But yeah, I'm gonna get in the deer woods. I'm gonna hunt a little bit. I'm also gonna like, my rule is if the wind is not blowing too bad, like not really blowing, 40 degrees and the sun shining, and I'm playing golf.
Yeah,
like that's my thing, and that's most winter days down. I mean, I can play a lot through the winter, even in Tennessee. But, I go down to Mississippi where I do a lot of deer hunting, and you can find those days. You can get in there in South Louisiana as well, and then obviously in Florida. You can definitely find it. But I would rather play golf than all those things. I mean, I'm going to hunt a little bit. I'm gonna fish, but not really that time of year. But yeah, I'm gonna find a way to play golf.
Play golf.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's not bad, bud.
We get locked up, man. We get that snow start coming in December, January. Course shut down in November. So we got to go. We go, I don't know. We hadn't gone anywhere last year, I don't think.
No. COVID, Uncle COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Vegas is always a good, like the desert golf is unbelievable. Some of my favorite golf is desert golf, and that's obviously a great time of year to get down there.
Yeah. I'm a Scottsdale guy. I love Scottsdale.
Scottsdale, Palm Springs, Palm Desert. It's the best, man, in the winter. It's unbelievable.
The views on the golf course are beautiful too.
It's stunning.
Yeah. There's the views and
all that cacti.
Yep.
And the jackrabbits.
Yeah.
I remember Hey Dude.
Hey Dude, yeah.
Watch out for them jackrabbits and them killer cacti. Sorry, it's my childhood showing. My millennial was showing through a little bit there.
Yeah, I do remember that show. That was great. Yeah, no, Scottsdale though. You got some great golf out there. Silverleaf.
Yep.
You ever been to West Virginia?
I have been to West Virginia. I've been pretty much everywhere. I don't know that I've played any golf out in West Virginia, but
these boys can take care of you there. I got nothing there, so.
Oh hell yeah.
We got beautiful golf courses in West Virginia. Pikewood National, Pete Dye Golf Club, the Greenbrier in southern West Virginia. West Virginia is loaded with some good golf, but it's definitely an overlooked state in terms of golf destination. Like
it is.
The topography of that state just has to make for beautiful course layout.
We'll have to bring you up to Nemacolin. That's where we brought Colt and Josh Miranda. 5-star resort. You should see this spot. 2 golf courses, 3,000 acres of land with, you name it, you can do it. Off-roading. It's dynamite. We got to bring you up there. Actually, we're talking with Colt Ford about doing a little celebrity golf thing, and he wants to make sure you're in on it. So,
I'm 100% in. Shout out to our guy Colt Ford, the mayor of Nashville. I feel like
he's the mayor of the country.
He is the mayor of the world. He's the world's mayor. Colt Ford is the shit. Okay, he's one of my favorite people to play golf with, because he's one of these people that can legitimately help you in a round. He's the most fun to be around. He's gonna shoot 70, all the time. Yeah, I mean, just a big pro.
Silky smooth.
Pro and yeah, he's got a collab with old Two Phones himself.
He does.
Let's go.
And that was insane. Oh. And now I got him working on a date with Jana Kramer for me, so we'll see how that goes. Probably ain't gonna happen, but
hey,
wishful thinking.
Man, got to shoot his shot. We chasing birdies out here.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. There you go, bud.
Chasing them, man.
Jana Kramer, birdie.
Yeah,
she is a birdie.
Yeah,
she might be an eagle, huh?
Yeah.
She's definitely like a net eagle. For sure.
She's 3 for 2.
Yeah, she's 3 for 2.
She's 32.
She's a 32, baby.
So, anyways, I saw you went to Pinehurst with our boy Josh Miranda.
I did, man. Pinehurst, that whole trip was great. There was some great golf there.
We have I'm fortunate enough. My parents have a house in Pinehurst, and we go down there every March.
Yeah.
For an invitational at Pine Needles. We play. I don't know if you played there. But you got to play number 2.
I did.
And what did you think of it?
Of the 7 courses we played, it was probably my like 3rd or 4th favorite. Yeah. Now I say that to say that's how good the golf is there. But I mean, I'm to the point to where as I sit in this chair right now, I'm a 10.3 handicap, and I was probably like an 11 or 12 when I was there playing that. And if you are a mid to like whatever handicapper, and you have one of those like high handicapper days out there, you're gonna have a bad time. It's so hard, and I don't need that kind of challenge all the time. But it was fun to play it.
Right, and say you did it.
And say I did it, and it was unbelievably great. I'm just saying it was. Number 5's great. Number 8's great. I love those.
I've heard 8's great.
You know what course is overlooked? Number 1.
Yeah,
6,300 yards from all the way back, but it's the original golf course at Pinehurst.
Wow.
And it's not easy at all. And they actually do a lot of persimmon wood tournaments on that course from all the way back. Yeah. So it's really cool. It's just a cool spot there, man. I mean, Pinehurst is just...
Come up to that bar right behind the green.
Oh, yeah. Scoot on up to it. Go play the little chip and putt thing there and gamble.
The cradle?
Yeah.
They just put a new bar in the cradle.
Oh, no shit.
They built a bar where that pine cone is... where they were serving drinks.
Yes.
It's now they built a bar. So.
Well, that's always a good amenity.
It is.
Duck hooks.
Have you ever had a duck hook? Not the golf shot.
Southern Pines Brewing Company.
The beer.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, my gosh.
Cream ale.
Yeah?
Oh.
We like it?
Oh, we love it.
It's the best beer. Well, Spotted Cow to me is the number 1 beer.
Thank you for saying that. Can I just tell y'all something about Spotted Cow? Just sidebar, 30-second sidebar.
Let's go.
No free ads, but go ahead.
Okay. I'm like, I cannot get them to give a shit about me. I'm not saying whatever, but every time I go to Wisconsin, I load my bus up like a bootlegger from back in Prohibition days. I mean, hundreds of dollars of this shit, and because I love it, and I get it back home. And I was in Madison like 2 weeks ago. And I'm up there, and I'm playing this show, and I'm having this same conversation, like on stage with a bunch of people. And I was just like, look, I was drinking one day, and I was like, man, you know what we ought to call these beers? You know what they ought to call them? They ought to call them udders, Spotted Cow udders. So you could be like, hey, man, grab me an udder. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, I've done it.
Yeah.
Tweeted it, or not tweeted, like Instagram messaged him, tagged him in it.
Nothing.
You would have thought that I slid into Kate Upton's DMs.
Oh my God.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like not even the little double tap
like that, and that's my thing. That's literally nothing. Just double tap.
They're so good at beer that they don't have to care about social media. That's what I want to be. So good at something where I can just be like, nah, pass. It's so awesome.
The beer is so good.
That beer, but I can't wait to try the duck hook as well.
The duck hooks are good. I might have to have Debbie and Jerry box up a case and send it your way.
Yeah. Shout out to my real sponsor, Busch Light. That is the beer of choice at my house.
Oh, right.
I'm not drinking craft beer. That's my one craft beer. I like really expensive tequilas and whiskeys and kind of, I guess, quote unquote cheap beers. I bristle at that a little bit. Busch Light's a delicious brew. But
you know what I love about
My man's a tequila guy here.
Yeah, I like tequila.
Yeah.
I got into a little bit of tequila last night.
Yeah, we got into too much tequila last night. Yeah. Well, me and B-Cats.
You're going to have that.
But what I love about Busch Light is when it is like now, hunting season, they always, in West Virginia at least, they drape these signs that said, welcome hunters.
Oh yeah,
in orange and camo.
Orange and camo, and I'm like, that is so freaking awesome.
We
for
got
Appalachia.
the digital camo. We got the digital camo and orange cans out right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Bush Light.
That's what I grew up on. That's what I learned on.
Well.
So anyway, no free ads, like you said.
No free ads.
Do you drink before you go on stage?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I find that sometimes it does help the show. I will say that. Like if I throw me a little Casamigos Reposado into a cup of ice, and I get out there and kind of do my thing. If I have one or two of those before the show, it can really loosen it up and have a better show. Although when you play 150 to 200 shows a year,
that's a lot.
You just can't. I don't want to be the guy that has to rely on that every show. So I do try to about half the time, a third of the time, I'm not drinking anything. I got water in a cup or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's just not sustainable. You know.
You look at, like, I know when Eric Church was in Pittsburgh a couple weeks ago, I didn't go to it, but they're throwing freaking little bottles of Jack, and he's just freaking down in it. But then I hear he's a wine guy.
Yeah, they said he's a wine guy.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that as well. But when you're the chief, you can have them pour your yellowtail inside airplane bottles of Jack Daniels if you want.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's Chasin Birdies.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and yeah. So real quick, you're on Chasin Birdies. What does Chasin Birdies mean to you?
It means shooting your shot. It means going for the pin, any chance that you get. Like we were just talking about, whether it's DMs, whether it's literal birdies, whether it's like going to a bunch of school and then deciding that you're gonna want to play music and betting on yourself. It's those kinds of things. It's shooting your shot. That's to me. That's not always the best advice, but a lot of times it is. And
Why not, right?
Yeah, man. Like I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. Like my favorite people in the world are the people that love life. The people that put in effort to have fun, and that's chasing birdies. It would seem like so. Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Well, that's good. I mean, yeah, that's what
we're all about. Optimism, positivity.
Yeah,
people doing shit good. That's why, like, honestly, when we kind of started this podcast, we're like, we don't even want PGA Tour guys. Look, if we had a chance to do JT or Rory or Ricky, we wouldn't say no. But the premise is to bring in guys like you that are chasing birdies in life in terms of your career, but also you're addicted to golf a little bit.
Oh, super addicted to golf. And also, I will say that speaking of tour pros, people like having them in, I was at whatever the Colonial tournament is called now. I can't remember.
They change it all the time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called now, but dude, they let us in. It was like the tickets were like, I don't know, kind of expensive, like a few $100, but you get in there and it's like they have drink stations and it's just like open bar kind of situation in a lot of those and whatever. And but anyway, so we're walking and following. This is on Saturday. Yeah, I think it's on Saturday. And of course, Spieth is out there. Everybody's Fort Worth. Everybody's there trying to watch Spieth. But we were walking past Pat Perez on something. He hit an errant shot and he got this really bad kick down. I can't remember what number it was. Probably number like 15, I think, at Colonial. He got this bad kick and man, he was and like cussing under his breath. And I was like, bro, they're just like us. And so we followed Pat Perez around. We were walking one direction to go catch like Zalatoris, and then we walked by Pat. And he was like something about a bad lie. That's just my luck, kind of thing like that. And we were like, oh no, let's follow Pat for a while. And so we followed Pat.
He's a pistol, huh? You don't know what's going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah, man. Well, and it's just I don't know. It's just like. It's funny how similar we all can be, in those kind of ways. There's obviously there's a canyon's worth of difference between his golf and my golf, but that feeling, I know that blood hot boiling feeling of I can't believe this hit this tree and kicked right and I had to punch out, and then he got up there and he didn't take a practice swing to punch out the next one because he was just pissed and he knew he was going to take a bogey and then it was still to keep it together. But anyway, they're just like us.
So.
Yeah. They are.
Case of Bush Light in your dream golf course. What's your dream golf course?
Oh, I'm going to get super, bland.
Golf nerdy?
Well, I mean, it's my same course everybody wants to. I want to get on Augusta. There's also a course where I'm kind of from in Little Rock that I'm hoping to get on maybe this winter or spring is Alotian.
JD can't help you out there?
To play out there. He probably could. I got to play with him not too long ago, and being from Arkansas, playing with John Daly is like playing with a mixture of Jesus Christ and Fergie, in golf. So it was pretty dope. But yeah, I would love to play those two. I
don't think Augusta will let the Busch Light, but
yeah, that's true. But I'll tuck my shirt tail in and whatever.
Be appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. Pine Valley would be awesome to play. I mean, honestly, I would love to play some of these bucket list places, but I want to do it with my buddies. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like what you're doing is fun, but who you're with is really like the biggest part of it.
Yeah, I invited these two yo-yos to Pine Valley probably about a month and a half ago. They both were busy.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, I forget what I had to do, but it was obviously something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was obviously something
really
super
important.
Yeah. Well, I was there with him a couple of years ago, got rained out. And then the next time we were going back, we got rained out.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that happens like up there a lot though, right?
It does, but that's one of those ones you never know if you're going to get back, right?
Yeah.
You just take it and go. You drop whatever you're doing and you go. That's like Augusta. I firmly believe if I ever get on Augusta, actually, when I get on Augusta.
There you go.
It's going to be a Thursday morning, and they're going to say, hey, tomorrow we're teeing off at 1 o'clock. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. Drop whatever you got to do to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it always is going to happen.
Yeah, I'm at the ready, at all times in case they need me down there at Augusta National.
So?
I mean, you never know, man.
You never know.
I don't know.
What about y'all? What's like bucket list course for y'all?
That's what I was just going to start to say. It is Augusta for sure, 100%.
I feel like you could almost be like Augusta aside what you're, because
take it out.
Who doesn't want that? That's got to be high on everybody's list.
For me, I think, Augusta, but Cypress Point.
Yeah.
Everybody just says Cypress Point's dynamite. I think that would be the one that, again, I would drop whatever I'm doing and go.
Yeah. Oh, Grove 23, that would be another one that I'd want to do.
Yeah.
Jordan's new place down there in South.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of like new,
Right.
The new hip thing.
Yeah.
But.
I don't know a name of a course, but I can tell you the theme of the course. I always see these courses advertised on Instagram, like in Western Canada, like Vancouver area, where it's just these beautiful mountains with these pine trees and these
like
plush
Banff
courses.
Springs.
Banff, yeah.
Exactly. So that would do well with my soul if I could play a course like that. But that course where Brady...
Yellowstone Club.
Not Yellowstone Club. In Montana, in Big Sky, Montana, where they just played the match with Brady, Phil.
Yeah.
That place looks like heaven. I would love to play out there. Obviously, Cypress, What's the other course there? Jerry's a member.
Monterey Peninsula.
Monterey Peninsula. Yeah. That's one on the list that I would drop a left nut for right now. But
what about your right nut? I'll tell you this much.
I don't know.
Troubadour might be harder than Augusta to get on right now.
Troubadour is legit, man. Troubadour is a fun course.
That's what I hear.
But
yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't bringing my golf clubs unless it was for Troubadour. So
yeah, there's Golf Club of Tennessee is also like there's a lot of great golf around here. Like I play out at Legends, Vanderbilt Legends, and amenities wise, it's not a discovery property, but it's nice and the golf is hard and the course is good and
it's got what you need.
It's hard golf. I mean, it's legit. Like you can't, you hit it in a bad spot and you have to play the course or both courses there. But there's just a bunch of good golf, around here. They get you on Troubadour, man. It ain't. It's Tennessee. Like there's nothing that's all that exclusive. Most of it's just like yeah, come on,
Old Hick's a good one. We played. Well, I played. You didn't play it. I played Troubs last year.
You see the
with Schwinney.
You see what's going on here? The common denominator. It's him playing.
The funniest thing about Troubadour is I forget that par 3, but the guys like go over to the tree and just like open up this little like bird cage, and there's like just freaking tequila just sitting in there,
sure
and like Jack.
Yep.
Everywhere.
That's good, but I'm glad you had a fun time.
Yeah. I'll send you some pictures.
I'd love to see what it looks like out there.
Trackman range, beautiful. It was awesome.
Pretty sick.
There's nothing bad about Nashville. There's literally nothing. You cannot sit here and tell the people are great, the food's great, the golf's good.
Everything.
What else do you need? And Matt Stell is in front of us.
Matt Stell. Are you married?
I'm not. No.
Girlfriend?
No.
I'm in the same position, my friend.
I love it. A lot of time for golf.
I'm telling you what, man. Golf, what a
See.
great city to be single and an artist and successful. There's no other better city than this.
Yeah.
To be that in.
Well, you want to hop into Morgantown, West Virginia. That's always an alternative.
Hey, man, college towns for the win, though.
Yeah,
Sure.
WVU, man. That's my squad.
You want to hop into our tap-in segment. It's our last segment of the show. We're going to ask you a few quick questions.
Well, you're going to ask him a few quick questions.
I'm going to ask you a few quick questions. You tell us what comes to mind.
Yeah, all right.
Lowest round and where?
I shot 77 here at a Muni in Nashville at McCabe, which is like not hard, but I shot 77.
broke 80.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's what it is on the scorecard.
That's right.
No, this is good. This is just because you're tall.
Okay.
First time you dunked a basketball.
I would have been like a sophomore in high school, maybe a junior in high school. I was kind of a late bloomer, so I wasn't like bothering it early. But there was a time after that I could get up there and wreak some havoc. But
for you, your biggest career moment?
Man, getting a number one record for the first time, like kind of the number one parties that they do here or did here before COVID. But that was pretty special. Playing the Opry the first time was pretty special. There's a bunch, but honestly, getting in a tour bus instead of having to drive a van and trailer all over the country, that was the biggest, like, okay, now this is a different thing. Yeah.
It's like going from the minor leagues to the pros.
In a lot of ways, man, it really is. I mean, in you know, the grand scheme of things, you know, I still might be playing AAA ball, but to me, it's like, you know, we out here, so we're glad.
Yeah, man. Amen.
What is your favorite venue to play at?
Oh, man. The Ryman here's cool. All that history. Again, the Opry is awesome. There's a place out in San Diego called Moonshine Flats that it's like a smaller venue, like, you know, 1,000, 1,200 person venue that I've had a lot of good memories at, and that's also my favorite place maybe in the country. Just day in and day out, San Diego's pretty tough to beat. So
I lived in PB.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Bubs.
Yeah.
It was a good spot.
Yeah. Not a bad place.
Well,
a lot of birdies.
A lot of birdies. A lot of tweeters. Hey, are you done with the
I'm
questions?
done, bud.
But
That's it.
those might have been the best questions I've ever heard you ask. So
Oh, you saved them for me.
Seriously.
Thank you.
I've been working really
Seriously.
hard.
No, great work. I'm glad to see it.
Brandon Katz was 50% of his questions. So,
yeah, it's good stuff.
Just everyone email Brandon at joycesjewelry.com.
All right.
Matt, we can't thank you enough, buddy. I know you're very busy, and for you to take time out of your busy schedule to come join the Chasin Birdie boys, and we're going to go chasing birdies with you soon.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for letting me hang out, and I can't wait.
Yeah, we appreciate it, really. We'll let you know when it comes out. All right, brother.
Later, fellas.
Thanks. Boom, there it was, guys. Another great episode of Chasin Birdies. We hope you liked it. Speaking of chasing birdies in life, we have some friends over here at the Job Interview Experience podcast. And if you're chasing birdies in life, or looking to step up your career and get promoted, or looking for a job for that matter, the Job Interview Experience podcast has done the same for thousands of listeners. It's hosted by a former executive recruiter and HR VP. It covers what to do, what not to do, to stand out and improve your career. It's not some frumpy HR person that hates you and has been on the job for 90 years. It's real-world advice from a guy that has hired thousands of people and wants to help you succeed. So go on over and check out the Job Interview Experience podcast. Give them a like. Great guys. We've listened to a few.
Their
Awesome.
podcasts are awesome, and that really, really cool podcast over there. So it's nice to help friends out a little bit.
Sure is.
And you know, if you're miserable at your job, maybe take a listen, huh?
Yeah, maybe get off the couch. If you're feeling the blues of COVID and no work and you still want to collect that free government check, how about you not do that? Maybe get motivated a little bit, guys. Let's chase some birdies out there. Come on.
So yeah, I mean, a little bit about the Matt Stell interview. I mean, the guy's got it, man. I mean, he's teeter-tottering right now. I mean, I don't know anything about his golf game other than what he said. So he's down to a 7-ish.
7-ish.
Okay. So hey, he can play in our money game. any day of the week. And the guy's got some pipes he can sing, and he can get your lady swaying back and forth a little bit in the crowd. So
yeah, he's got it all.
Yeah, he does have it all. How's everything your way, bud?
Dude, it's great. I mean, I can't complain. Just enjoying this ride with you, buddy. I can't believe we're 8 months into this dang thing. Mm-hmm. And we got a lot more things coming up and things to do. But
there is a lot brewing on the Chasin Birdies. Literally. On the Chasin Birdies front. We can't share everything with you right now, but it will start trickling out. Also, guys, don't forget to go check the new swag out. We got the Holderness and Born is now on our website, chasinbirdie.co. Okay, the Ward sweater's on there, the Anderson shirt. There's 2 golf shirts, a sweater. Check them out. It's a limited release with Holderness and Born and us, so there's not very many of them. So get it while you can. Also, we got hoodies, T-shirts, all that swag's coming onto the website as well. So things are moving and grooving, and again, we can't thank you enough for the support. And I'm really excited for Thursday, December 9th. We're back to Thursday, guys. Sorry, the little Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Turkey Day screwed it all up.
Got us on Wednesday today. But Thursday, December 9th, we're going to have Matt Janella. And that guy has traveled the world, played a lot of golf, has incredible stories from his Sports Illustrated days and Arnold Palmer stories. And I was fortunate enough to play with him at Nemacolin and the grand opening Shepherd's Rock. And he can play too, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, guys. Getting back to the golf world a little bit there on December the 9th. Stay tuned for that episode. And again, we do appreciate the love, the support. We're just as excited about this as hopefully you are. And we'll see you on the 9th of December. And thank you, Evo, over there at Simpler Media, for putting this together, and Rachel London for all your social media help. See ya.